Hello to all my people, and if you're watching live, checking us out on YouTube, or listening on your favorite podcast provider, you are most definitely my people. Welcome to another episode of Botched Spots and Chair Shots, and by golly, did this episode start exactly like I needed it to. I am your host, Chef by Trade and Mark by Choice. I am the Will Gray, and joining me tonight, he is the host of Boyfriend Time. He is the host of the Wolfpack Podcast. It's our boy John, Selfbet Wrestling. Selfbet, how are you, sir?
Oh, I'm good, man. How are you?
Oh, just swell. The dogs are fucking up the computers. You know, like it's just a positive, just super great way to start a podcast episode. It's fan-freaking-tastic, sir. Also, as I get my other windows open back up, since I had to do a hard restart on my computer, he is the other host of the Wolfpack Podcast. He's the other host of Boyfriend Time, host of NXT on Tap, Botched Spots and Chair Shots, Nerdy News at 420. It's everybody's favorite Ginger Ninja, Jax. Well, Jax, how the hell are you?
I'm doing fine. Personally, I'm doing fine.
Which I
am fucking thriving.
Thriving.
It's been a minute since I've talked to Mannix, so I want to say Mannix, you know, we've always given him a shout out, but Mannix, the name Ginger Ninja.
Yeah, Mannix is the one that actually came up with that name. I stole it. I took it. I'm using that forever.
And AJ, I made out fine. I lost power for like 8 hours. Way less than a lot of other people did.
And perched upon her iron throne in the Boss Bitch's corner, she is the Beyonce to my Hova, the Bonnie to my Clyde. She is the brains behind Rivet City Radio. It's the Boss Bitch, Al. Al, how are you?
I'm good.
Let's just open the door back up and just hope to God she doesn't unplug my computer again, because the whining's not going to do it for me. Can you grab that door real quick for me?
Yeah.
It's
okay. It's before we get going and we get the tea rolling, I have to appease the algorithmic gods. First and foremost, if you're watching on youtube.com/Rivet City Radio, it is free to like, free to comment, free to subscribe. You can click the bell and get notified when we go live. You get all of those things. If you're watching on twitch.tv/Rivet City Radio, it is also free to comment and follow us and do those things. We'll get to your subscription later. We are also currently ranked, I think it's like 196 this morning in the US for wrestling podcasts. So not quite as high as we have been recently, but we're still ranked in that top 200. But the reason why everybody is here, guys, what has you pissed off for greatness this week in the world of pro wrestling? What has you the most worked up? Good, bad, indifferent? A match, a gear, a finish, a creator? What has you guys pissed off for greatness this week?
I mean, I'll go first. I got no problems with this. Mine is if you think you have the gonads to come at somebody, have the balls to do it, man, and say their name. I had no problem saying his name. And I'll probably drop it later on, but if you're going to try to clout chase and get your followers up and all this other shit, I'm a big guy. I love generic growth. Like getting a following, connecting with your following. I am not a fan of anyone, any fucking one, playing the product on your TikTok just for followings. That's bullshit. And it makes the other creators who go out there and work hard look bad. Let me tell y'all, people that go out there and you show the product, you show SmackDown, Dynamite, any of the fucking wrestling products on your TikTok for people to watch, they're not actually caring. They're there to watch your product, to watch the product for free, and don't give a shit about the rest of your content. Look at your following to your views to your like ratio. You're fucking stupid. Second off, don't walk into my house and lie to my parents' face. Okay, I've kept my mouth shut for over a year. But when you come at someone I know that I love, I'll cut your ass at the fucking knees. And I don't care. All right, Beard. Yeah. Woo, said his name. Shit. Screw me. And this isn't a defamation. So, because I know he's one of those guys that would try to do, oh, he's defamating my character, blah, 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 blah. No, it's not, dude. I have receipts. I have backstories. I don't have to pull my receipts. I made a video on my TikTok after going months without making a video. And my comment section pulled receipts on how you want to say you can breathe through a heart attack. Don't ever, nah, bullshit, dude. My dad's had 7 of those bitches. He's got a pacemaker defibrillator in. There's no breathing through them, because if there was, trust me, after 7 of them, he would have figured that shit out. And don't say other people are clout chasing. No, you just don't have the balls to say their name, dude. At the end of the day, you don't have the balls. So, like, stop. If you're going to call someone out on any social media, grow the nuts and say their name. This isn't high school anymore. We're adults. That's
so yeah, let's go ahead and roll on that, okay? Because I'm witnessed enough to verify, and there's a bunch of other people that can verify everything that Jackson said. You don't get the right to call people clout chasers if you didn't earn that shit. Now, let me be clear, because there is a difference in what Jax is saying. Jax is not speaking a part of the Tesh, Santi, Kevin's, Wheezies that go on Twitch and react to an empty fucking screen. He is talking about when you go and you take the actual fucking product of WWE, TNA, NXT, AEW, what the fuck ever, and you put it on there, and you fucking sit there and let the followers just add up, okay? Because I'll be honest right now, when we went to that channel, one of our biggest rules was do not show any footage. Do not show any of the product, because we would get his channel banned, okay? Then, later down the line, when everybody bailed because he tried to take over shows, he would cut people off. He would cut our microphones on our own show and cut us off camera. He tried to find another way to get followers, and that's what he started doing, was showing the actual product. They're not that into you, period. They're there for the followers. And I'll fucking say it, Beard. Panda did the same thing. Panda did the same thing with my YouTube. He started streaming college football TV and racking up the followers. That's not honest followers. That's not generically, what's the word I'm looking for? Genuinely earning followers.
Yeah, it's not organic growth, as they say.
I have 3,659 followers, and I love every single one of them, because you know what? I've never fucking had to do some bullshit to get them. Are they all actual people? Probably not. There's some bots. Totally understandable. But for the vast majority of them, I earned them. I didn't show something that wasn't mine. I earned them. So yes, are we as big as the biggest of creators? No, but we're earning every single fucking follower we have. Whether you're here at Rivet City Radio, whether you're over on the Wolfpack, whether you're watching Boyfriend Time, everybody in those comments, they actually genuinely care about what we have to say. They're not here because we're going to give them SmackDown for free.
Well, gentlemen.
Yes.
Tell us how you really feel.
How I really feel? I can't do that well.
And the Tupac shirt is fire.
Like Jack said, we're fucking grown men. This is fucking high school. You don't have any clout. You have zero fucking clout. I don't have clout. You're just a guy behind a camera talking about your opinion on wrestling and toxicity, which you create because not my point yet, but I can bring some shit up too. Stop trying to call people out and act like you're one of these big creators when 80% of your creators, all you did is just make sure they can watch SmackDown because they couldn't watch it on TV. That's it.
This is also the man who came to me when me and Dad had first started WCW, World Championship Wreckage. No free shout outs. Check them out on YouTube. When we first started the show before the channel, we were on TGN. Okay. And Rivet City Radio was in its infancy. We're talking January, February of 2023. We had just started our own thing. I came into, I'm 99% sure. I know Bo was there, but I'm pretty sure it was him and Mannix. They were doing the Ring of Honor show.
Yeah, which I did the research on that show. Me and Mannix talked about this a little bit ago. I did the research on that, and because it was on YouTube, we could actually watch it.
Yeah.
And like stream it. And he was like, no, that's you'll get DMCA. No, you won't, dude. Like you're blowing smoke up someone's ass that looks like deep dives into stuff. Like y'all three know, when I get into a subject, I deep dive my ass into that. I find out everything.
Yeah. You hyper. So essentially what ended up happening was I came into the chat. I said, hey, Mannix, hey, Bo, showing some love. We're about to get going. That night, Super Beard Vince Hoover showed up in my DMs, and he told me that he would let me off with a warning this time. He could get my channel banned.
Were your timbers shivered?
My timbers were shivered, and that if I were to show up and self-promote in the chat again, he would report me to Twitch. He told me that the Wolfpack, specifically by name, was getting very strong Panda vibes from me, and y'all weren't sure about me being on TGN. And to which I said, okay, trust me, we'll never have to have this conversation again. And I packed my bag and my ball, and I went home. Then about 3 months later, me and Bo reconnected. And then about 5 months later, me and John reconnected. And then we were like, oh, shit. You know what I mean? And then less than a year later, January of 2024, we're all in Tampa going fucking ham at the Royal Rumble. The point of this story is there seemed to be a lot of fabrication being made. There seemed to be a lot of, as they say, talking out of both sides of your mouth. Because as you can see, John and Bo are both on my screen, and Dad Hat and Bree are both in my chat. If the Wolfpack didn't want me around, I don't think they would all be here in mass supporting me right now. That's all I have to say about that.
I'm sorry. I love AJ's comment. Let me make this clear, ladies and gentlemen.
So when he made the video the other day on TikTok about some creators, I didn't think anything about it. I had enough people message me and go, Will, I think he's talking about you. And I was like, oh, okay. And I wasn't the only person. The whole saying a whipped dog is the one who barks or whatever, like guilty minds speak first or whatever the case is. Like, am I a little toxic? Absolutely. Have I claimed to have sources in the business? I do, because I'm a reporter. And have I talked about working in the business? Yes, because I'm a cameraman and a producer, and I run hard camera. And I've done those things.
Cody Rhodes, bro.
Huh?
You didn't train Cody Rhodes, bro.
Oh, that's true. I didn't train Cody Rhodes, though. But so there were enough boxes checked, as they say, that I felt like there was a chance it could have been me. So that's that. You know what I mean? Like, don't be if you're gonna, yeah.
Let's don't get twisted. I'm pretty good at predicting next move, so I know his thing is going to be he'll go on TGN or whatever and talk about how we're clout chasing and all that, and you know we're punching up or whatever, or he's not going to punch down or what. Just rinse and repeat, dude.
Yeah.
Anytime. Oh, on twitch.tv/boyfriend time. Anytime.
Yeah, like, listen. At the end of the day, I'll give you all the story. The motherfucker basically stole $300 from me. I had to cancel a credit card. I had to repay family for the money that one of my close friends dropped. And I called this man earlier and asked him 68 subs in the span of 48 hours. One person dropped. Never saw a dime of it. All the shirts that multiple, and I won't drop those creators, that's their story to tell, but all the shirts that I sold and multiple other creators sold, we never saw a dollar of it. He's a scam artist. He's a liar. And that's, if y'all want to know the story, y'all know me, y'all can find me on my socials. I got nothing to hide.
No, I mean, there was a Wolfpack when the Wolfpack moved from PWC and the drama that was and moved to TGN because we had no place to go. I always had the intentions of doing our own thing, but you need to learn and crawl before you can walk. So that's why I went there. There was a shirt and a new logo up the first night. I didn't know nothing about it. And that's when it's like kind of, what the fuck? You want to take it as a nice gesture, but you're still like, what the fuck? Because I don't even think any stuff sold. Let me just be like that. But, you know, I know nothing about the money. And I've always worked with Dollface. I've personally, when it comes to my shirts, my Selfbet Wrestling shirts, I always work with Dollface. I have so much love for Javi and Dollface, and I'll always use them when it comes to my personal shirts. But he was just making shit, dude. And I don't know. I never bought anything. I never knew anybody that bought anything. So I can't say that there's money out there, but everybody out there, look, there's some money sitting in PWC somewhere. And a lot of fucking people put a lot of fucking work into the PWC. I'm not going to do that. Okay. From everybody on the Phenomenal Four, Gracie, Neat, us, everybody put in a lot of work on that channel, right? We did a lot. And when everything happened with Matt, we all just said it ain't worth it. Bye. So whatever happened to that, it may. I'll even go as far as say it may still be in there, but we never saw it, and it's disheartening, without a fucking doubt. It's fucking disheartening to know that you put in work in something and somebody's just using you. And dude, Jackson's bullshitting. I watched that subathon because I couldn't be a part of it because I was working weekends. It got to the point where Tommy bought so many subs that new people would come in and Vince would say, Timmy, give him a sub. Like expecting it from him. And
I remember.
And you can ask Jax. I've always said, hey, I don't want none of that happening on us. I want to earn all of our stuff. But yeah, it was a fucked off situation. And, you know, for him to just blatantly call people out and at least not have the balls to say their name, well, this is what happens.
Al, you got anything?
He invited us on one show. It was a watch along for a pay-per-view, which I don't remember which one. He literally ignored everything I had to say and didn't even acknowledge the fact that I was there. That was my one and only ever. Oh no, he came on our show once. His mic was fucking up the entire fucking time, but claimed that it was our problem and not his, even though it was his mic fucking up. There's all kinds of static and feedback, and he sounded like ass. And again, even on our own show, he dismissed me and didn't interact with me like at all.
Yeah.
I hear that he doesn't like women.
I can see that.
There you have it. Bree said the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, my personal stuff with him is, you know, pretty simple. I think he used Jax. TGN was Jax's fucking channel. Like Jax was doing 5, 6, sometimes 7 days a week doing a show, right? And what got me away was the fact that he kept cutting my camera, and I wasn't the only one to notice because I respect the man so much. I'm not going to mention his name, but there's someone out there that after I left saw it too, and he left. With me, it was the cutting the camera, and like Jax had a thing about, there was something about Stephanie and Triple H China or whatever, but every time Jax would talk about it,
that's mine and Alex's thing, by the way, because Stephanie's a home wrecker.
Oh, for
Stephanie
sure.
is a home wrecker.
She is a home wrecker.
he would cut Jax's camera off and leave him in the back for like uncomfortable amounts of time. It's like, nah, this isn't for me, dog. And then
few episodes of Breakage we did live on TGN, me and Dad had, and Jay was our live producer. It was a 3-man show. Beard would sit backstage and watch the show from backstage versus being in the chat. And he would just randomly bring himself up to interject in whatever conversation we were having.
Oh my fucking God, you're saying the same shit. Yeah, and the I think the one that like really just straw that broke his camel's back was Mannix with the fucking
thank you, Mannix.
Facts on that one.
I just see me as someone sitting in a chair.
I think you do pretty swell.
He wasn't feeling well, and it's a Wednesday. I'm on my way home from work. He's not feeling well, and all of a sudden I get a Discord notification from his co-host from another show saying, "Hey, no Wolfpack tonight. Vince is sick." And I'm like, who is this motherfucker? And so I messaged him, and he's like, "No, he doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm just not going to be on there." Right. And yet the whole show, he would do the same thing as you said. Just pop in, say something, get his point across, and bounce. If you had a point, nothing. If you had a point that he didn't like, he was back on for another 5-10 minutes.
And Mannix, to hammer your point across, I would much rather have a big red beard in that seat than a pair of yellow shoes. 10 times out of 10.
Maybe they can be friends and do a show together.
Panda, Super Beard, and Yellow Shoes all have a wrestling podcast together.
Call it the Circle Jerk Pod.
The Circle Jerk Pod, heard?
Circle of Jerks.
Circle of Jerks. Yeah.
And let me real quick, because you mentioned his name. Let me just say this. I'm not bashing Panda. I've always said I'm just going to tell my side, and that's what I'm doing. I'm not bashing Panda. I wish Panda has reached out to me multiple times. I choose not to speak to him, but I don't wish him ill intent. I'm not bashing Panda. I'm not talking shit on Panda. It has nothing to do with him. I'm just bringing up the facts as they went down.
Well, since we're burning bridges tonight, I have decided that my pissed off for greatness, since you guys did such an eloquent job discussing the vacuum situation with the Hoover, my pissed off for greatness is I am doing an expose and a love song to shitty indie wrestling promoters. In 4 years, I have been lovingly putting over independent wrestling talent for 4 years. I, without a doubt, love independent wrestling the way fans love WWE. I will watch independent wrestling shows 5 and 6 nights a week sometimes. Love independent wrestlers. My love song to independent wrestling promoters start here. Dear New South Pro Wrestling, Botched Spots and Chair Shots did 6 shows for you in 2023 for free. Not for free, but because you didn't pay us. We did 6 shows for you, and that included having our engine and transmission blow in the car. That includes us driving a rental to Alabama to shoot your footage and not be compensated for it. This love note says that we made a good agreement. I wrote a feature about you guys. I put you over in Last Word on Sports, all in exchange for footage of the Haas tournament. Al, what happened that week?
They ghosted us.
Oh, that's right. They ghosted us. They stopped returning our text messages and calls and emails and, DMs the week of the show. Then, because I'm a professional, I continue producing wrestling. I leave New South, no hard feelings. I interact with their commentator at another show for Pro Wrestling Entertainment, putting names out there. I'm in North Nashville. We're shooting a show. The promoter's video team doesn't show up for work that day. So you know what me and my team do? We shoot his show for him, and I send over his footage. The same commentator from New South that ghosted me buddied up next to me and was like, hey, help me out with this. And I was like, okay, I'll get to the editing when I can. Fast forward a little bit, I've turned over his footage as far as I go. I send my resume into CZW. This commentator goes on Twitter. He's not tagged. He's not part of the original tweet. He's not anything. He decides to get petty, and he tweets at me publicly and says, hey, Will, how's that PWE footage? So this is me. You decided to take it there. I'm going to take it further, Carmen Michael. I was never paid to edit that footage. I was never compensated to edit that footage. I was never booked to shoot or edit that footage. Had my team not been at that show today, you and Jason would have never had your footage. It was us. And because I'm also a professional, I'm going to cash a receipt right now. This is me being a professional. That's me sending him in a G Drive folder, the finished edits, all 5 matches, the Jeff Jarrett promo, the opening match with the Pledge of Allegiance, because I'm a professional. Guess what? Still didn't get fucking paid a dime. Let's go to PWA, Lebanon, Tennessee, the Gladeville Community Center. We had a talent get so upset with us because I said he wrestled like Mankind from Wish that he threw another wrestler across our media table, busting our camera bag, ruining a lens, and cracking my iPhone. I should have sued you, but I didn't because I know your promotion has no draw or value. I was there. We paid for one of your shows. It cost us less than $1,000. You pay your boys $20 or less. We know you're a shindy, Matt Starr. This is my favorite one. I've been waiting for this. Gregory McDaniel, Tennessee All Pro Wrestling. You are the promotion where I wrote that the wrestler wrestled like Mankind from Wish. You're also the promotion that I called out because it seemed highly suspicious that every person running your concession stand was a 16 and 17-year-old blonde high school girl. That's neither here nor there. You ran your promotion out of a community center attached to a church. What were they doing in that community center, Al?
They have a secret underground wrestling promotion called Custom Vixens, where you can pay extra for fetishes in women's matches.
So that they will wrestle and perform your kinks for a price.
I'm going to do some investigation on this.
No, we're about to pull it up. She's about to share it. We've got receipts.
This is great.
Look at this. This is quality entertainment.
You pick the women, you pick the matches, you are in charge. Oh, yeah.
Mind you, this is attached to a church.
Oh, my. Oh, my. Share the fuck out of this show, guys.
You have to buy it.
No. I'm talking about Botched Spots and share shots.
Oh.
Everybody fucking upload it. Tell people to come listen. The fuck?
Yep. And shop.
Onlymats.com, says Mannix.
Somewhere Smack Your Raw is taking it notes.
And Al, throw this in there. The last little bit. What did none of these sexist men do to you in 4 years?
Speak a fucking word to me.
And how many independent wrestling shows have you been into in that 4-year period?
Hundreds.
How many promoters have spoken to you or shaken your hand as a producer who's helped shoot their show, produce their show, take their promo pictures, help with graphics, help with music, you know, help when the fucking fans jump We're going to play the Barricade Boys video at the end of this episode for everybody.
Two promoters have ever spoken to me. Matt Starr would speak to me at PWA because he wasn't a complete total douchebag. And Lex from AWF will speak to me. Other than that, but he barely speaks to me. Other than that, not another one will speak to me. Now the talent will speak to me, some of them. But one of our very first shows at one of these independents told me, like, we had to carry stuff through the locker room to get to where we were filming and stuff. I was told I was not allowed in the locker room because I was a girl, because some of the wrestlers' ladies had caused some fights about women being in the locker room.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We're pissed off for greatness tonight, boys and gals, and she's and theys and thems. Anybody in the chat, we love everybody. You're all our people. It's baffling to me. So I can tell you this for the first time, and I will gladly call it my swan song. I don't give a shit if another wrestling promoter decides they want to touch me with a 10-foot pole right now. I've got bigger fish to fry and barbecue to make. Y'all can go fuck yourselves. What did K-Dot say? Fuck this industry. Fuck them all and they mama. That's right.
Which, by the way, Will, I saw that video you made on your TikTok for cooking. Those buttermilk biscuits sure look nice.
Dude, I've got a chocolate chess pie that's going up. Fuck them all and they mama. Nicole, you absolutely right. All right, dude. Now that we've got that out of the way, you guys, did y'all actually watch any wrestling this week?
I did. Yeah. I watched what I could.
No. I've been a little busy, so I have not. I haven't watched anything on the Y6 since they debuted. Nothing.
15 minutes deserves an Emmy.
That's what I heard.
I did check out.
What promoter stiffed you? I'm not going to make a stink. The videos are for fun, but New South are the culprits. Oh, damn. Apparently, you're not the first person they've done that to. That's no bueno. Where are you based out of? Blah, blah, blah. I would love to get you something. Trying to book me in Alabama. Not a big deal, but another receipt just to show you we're not the only people they've screwed over. I just remembered that was up, John, as you were. I'm sorry.